I know. I didn't see any green. It's just
There was no movement on that.
yeah. Fucking. Hey, when it works,
It's what
it's
it's
great.
supposed to do. That's what
All
it's
right.
supposed to do. Cut
All
out the
right.
random background shit.
Yeah.
And
And
now
now the
you're.
sun's gone. Dude. All right. Let me just open up Notepad here so I have some fucking light.
I mean, that's what
No,
you need.
apparently I can. The sun just does not want to function today, which whatever, it's fine.
Well, now it's starting to go away up here. I don't know.
I don't know either. It's
I
too
mean,
bright.
I checked the weather for my trip next week, and it's actually going to be not terribly different from up here.
Oh, that's good. That's actually really good.
It's going to be like low 80s all week, and then like low 80s for the high, low 60s for the low, which I'm like, I can fuck with that, and then like similar humidity too. So cool.
Nice. That should be fun. That
Yeah,
should be fun for you.
should be a good time. It's supposed to thunderstorm next Saturday. We're gonna be up in the fucking mountains, so that should be fun.
That'll be cool. All right, let's get the useless shit out of the way first. How are you? You're good, great. I'm good, awesome.
Good,
did you see in the news?
Painting. Oh, gee,
Nvidia.
Kevin.
No,
Nvidia. Okay.
Nvidia. No, I'm gonna rant first. Nvidia's coming out with a 30 series super cards. So now they're segmenting themselves even further. So we've got a 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090, 3060 Ti, 3070 Ti, 3080 Ti. Now we'll have a 3060 Super, 3070 Super, 3080 Super, maybe a 3090 Super. Who the fuck knows? Dumb. You can't even deliver the fucking products you have.
So dumb. It's such a bad call.
All right, so they're dumb.
If you're gonna do the Ti series, at least wait a year, right?
Or
they gave it what 6 months before they.
Or
yeah, like what? Like at least wait a year. Honestly, you don't need to do an annual refresh. Make your do it like Apple does it. Have your iPhone. Your iPhone 6, your iPhone 6S, your iPhone 7, your iPhone 7, the half reboot, the 1 year refresh. That way you get more life out of your cards. You don't have to do as much work on your end, and people can actually get your fucking product.
Yeah. No, they're really bad at everything right now. So
like what the actual fuck? We get a card from let's see, we got the 5700 last year, right?
The 57?
Yeah.
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
That even furthers my point.
Yeah, because the 6000s didn't drop until late last year? Or was that early this year?
You're early this year.
My God, I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It's good shit.
Oh, so good. Oh, it's like the money shot right there.
Okay, so see, when I eat a sandwich like that, I eat the crust off, and then I've got all the middle, just that middle juiciness.
That's what I did.
No,
although with these,
you still have crust.
Well, with these, I'll usually leave a corner. That way, it's not glopping everywhere.
That's why you hold a plate under yourself. You're not a fucking animal.
Yeah, I am, dude. If I wasn't on camera, I'd be shirtless right now. So, fuck you. I'm an animal. In a perfect world, I'd have a fucking feed bag so I don't have to take my hands off the keyboard.
See, and now that makes me think of the Polygon Unraveled with Brian David Gilbert, where he came up with the perfect streaming setup. He literally had a feed bag.
Yeah.
And he's like, we have to optimize the amount of me that the amount of game that you can see versus me. So he was wearing a green morph suit the whole time. He ends up wearing a green morph suit. He's sitting inside of a box that's all green. He's got the SM7B right up on there. He's got the way he was optimizing is like, okay, the most efficient food is breakfast cereal, but you have to have milk with it. So he had like a Camelback full of milk,
No.
and then he had a feed bag full of cereal. So he would take a mouthful, grab a mouthful of cereal from the feed bag and then hit the the Camelback with the milk. I think it
God.
was sponsored by Valorant too. I think that video was sponsored by Valorant.
Oh my God, they are earning that money. Holy shit.
Yeah. He's no
So yeah,
longer he
Nvidia-
actually left Polygon.
Nvidia bad. Intel tried to fire back at Threadripper. Probably not going to go anywhere. Yeah, I mean it's not going to go anywhere.
What, Intel tried to do something against AMD and it flopped? No.
Threadripper Pro is supposed to come out. Should be up to 64 core, 128 thread. That looks pretty cool. That's most of the tech news. That's really the only tech news we give a shit about. The big news. The big fucking news, especially since we just had this talk about fucking Nintendo dropping the ball.
I know, right?
Valve comes out swinging with the Gabe Gear 9000.
Fucking
like
out of nowhere.
It was, to be
fucking
fair, it
nowhere.
was rumor. There was a rumor months ago.
Okay,
but it
right,
never had
right.
traction.
I remember,
It never had
there
fucking
was
traction.
like, oh hey, Steam might be coming out with a handheld.
Yeah.
And everyone was like,
But
because everybody
it never
in my circle, in the specific where the conversation came up, they
which
mentioned it.
I hate that you had that circle yesterday. I'm gonna come back around to that, but I hate that you had that circle.
Yeah, I had all my friends posted, and we just went off just talking about it because we're like, oh, it's an Arch-based Linux platform running KDE Plasma. Okay, make it simple, why don't you? Fuck.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, it's not going to be good for multiplayer games. Okay, suck a dick. Everyone's like, oh, is it going to work for CSGO? Of course it's going to fucking work for CSGO. They debuted it with fucking Control.
Yeah.
CSGO is going to be fine. It's probably not even going to sweat with CSGO.
Fuck no.
It's a fucking Ryzen 2 with RDNA. Of course it's not going to sweat with CSGO.
Dude, the biggest thing is the fact that they literally said, it's a fucking PC. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
You can
install Windows on it.
For some god-awful reason you wanted to, you could install Windows on it. If you wanted to make it not insignificantly less good than it already is, you could install Windows on it. But
I love the fact, though.
So when it first got rumored, everyone was like, oh, it's just going to suck, because they were all comparing it to the Steam box that just failed.
Sun's back out.
Like the Steam box just flopped. It was a mediocre bespoke PC.
It was, here's why it flopped. It flopped because there was no central design. Every company could have their own design for it.
Yeah.
So there was no guidelines. Where I think this time around, Valve learned from that.
There's one piece of hardware now.
And there's one piece of hardware. And to be fair, Gabe has said, we hope this introduces something more into the space. Like they want to get people competing in the space with them.
Well, there's already what really triggered a very small competition for portable gaming was the Switch.
Yes.
Because the Switch was the most powerful portable gaming platform you could get your hands on.
Yep, even though I still love my Vita, and I wish Sony would have done a way better job with it, and it will always hold a special place in my heart.
From everything I've heard, the Vita was great.
Oh yeah, I still play it.
And Sony needed to back that more. I agree. I never got my hands on a Vita, but I remember the PlayStation Pocket was great.
Oh yeah, but see, here's the thing: the PSP they supported the fuck out of, because that was their first foray.
Yeah. But
as soon as they made the Vita, they were just like, it's there, and then they never really did anything with it. I love it because I can play Final Fantasy 1 through whatever on that fucking thing, and it's like the one-stop shop for all the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, that's great.
Right, that's what I love it for. So,
but
Steam, Valve, Steam Deck.
The Switch came out and it was like, oh hey, here's an actually like pretty powerful portable gaming device. Great.
Yeah.
It's not the most powerful portable gaming device there is, but
No.
it's good. It works. Like that was the big functionality of it. It just worked.
Yes.
And the fact that it just had drop-in dock support, you didn't have to put any effort. You didn't have to like screwy fucking. You could just drop it into the dock, and it just went from being on the screen to being on your TV.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Phenomenal.
Yep.
And then, like, we've seen a few other devices come out from kind of like companies that nobody really knows that are similar form factor. Like, I've seen a couple of them on LTT, which are like, okay, that's neat, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's not doing anything revolutionary.
It has okay specs. It has okay, it can do some things. It's fine. Like, these are fine. And then, like, Steam came out and it was just like, just
look at this thing.
Drop this monster cock on the fucking table. It was like, your move, bitch.
Yeah, it's still soft. What are you gonna do?
It's still like, I'm not even trying now. This is just how it is. Like,
do I even have enough blood to get this erect? We'll find out.
I'll probably pass out.
Yeah,
like they come out with a fucking Ryzen 2 with RDNA 2 graphics. That's the big one. Is it's coming out with RDNA 2 graphics.
Yep.
On a handheld device. That's incredible.
Yep. Nice 7-inch touchscreen.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, "Oh, why does it need a touchpad? Why don't you just do a touchscreen?" It is a touchscreen.
Yeah, you have every fucking option available to you. You've got two trackpads. You've got 2 joysticks. You've got the D-pad. You got your buttons. You got 2 buttons on the back bottom. You've got your shoulders and your triggers.
Like and like that's one of the things that Steam has always been really good about is they actually try and innovate form factor.
Yeah.
They didn't just be like, "Oh, hey, here's like a more powerful version of this." They actually made it more beefy. They made it looks like it's going to be very comfortable in the hand because this came up in the conversations I was having yesterday. About the one thing they got right with the Steam controller was how fucking comfortable it was.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
The Steam controller was incredibly comfortable. Everything else about it was bad.
Yeah. I own one. I have used it exactly one time.
Same.
I also have a Steam Link that I use that a little bit more, but
I got both of them for like $5 each. They were available for $5 at one point, and I was like, cool. It's worth $5 to me, and it is worth precisely like I don't know how. I don't know where the rest of it is, but here's the dongle in pieces. I don't even know where the controller is, but the dongle's just been on my desk in pieces for time.
My favorite part of this the Steam Deck is the fact that they completely crashed the servers at 10 a.m. this morning. So
I absolutely. I'm not surprised by that at all.
I got my reservation, so that's all I care about.
So did my friend. He threw his $5 down. I thought about it and I was like, I actually cannot think of a use for the Steam Deck. I don't have enough of a like, oh yeah, I'm out all like my friend who bought it. He rides mass transit. So it makes sense that he has the Steam Deck because then he can just game on his way to and from work. But me, I'm just like, I don't ride public transit. I could maybe use it at work, but okay, I've got like 20 minutes here and there. Yeah. It's just not worth it to me.
See me? I will probably sit at my desk and play it for no other reason than I have it. But I also look at it as just
I
can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Yeah, that's what's really great about it is it's an actually portable, because my friend was like, "Oh, this is a portable device that's actually going to be good for like emulators."
Yeah. It's like I now have a Switch Pro.
Basically.
I can get the Dolphin emulator and play whatever Switch games work on it.
Mm-hmm. Dolphin emulator, fucking PCSX2.
Yep.
Like, it's an actually powerful device that can run emulators well.
Yep.
Because, I mean, if it can run the games that it's claiming to run, granted, it's running everything at, like, just over 720p. But
yeah.
I mean, at that size,
that's more than enough.
It's like 1280 by 800. That's perfectly reasonable for that size of screen.
Yes. Either way, I'm fucking excited.
Oh yeah.
I fucking saw that thing yesterday, and I was just like, oh. And I started typing to you about it. You're like, we gotta save it. We gotta save it.
Yeah, you start like going off and I'm like, dude, shut up, content.
and I'm just like, you motherfucker, because I had nobody to fucking talk. I was talking at Shasta, but of course, she doesn't care about tech stuff.
How that conversation goes.
So it's just like a one-sided conversation.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like going over things, and I'm like, oh my god, it's got this.
Were you not able to talk to Daniel about it?
I texted him, but he didn't seem like he was into it. So I was like, all right, fine. Fuck you. You've got your Xbox. I don't care. Yeah, I think he follows me too. That's how that works. Yes, he follows me. So yeah. But no, yeah, I had nobody. I had fucking nobody to talk to about this thing. So it's just like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like the most I had was I talked to my brother this morning on Discord about it. And he was like, first he was like, what's that? And then he Googled it and he was like, oh my god, I can play FTL on my couch now. And it's just like, so he was all in just for that. And at least I think that's what he said. Well, I better go back. I might have been making that up. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he goes, actually, that whips ass is like for games like FTL and shit. Shit, I can play on the couch. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, the way my friend phrased it is like it's probably a trimmed down version of what's in like the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox Series.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And yeah, the way he phrased it is like because Sony and Microsoft have foot the bill for the initial tooling, they could just get a slightly smaller version for fairly cheap.
Yeah, no, I'm excited because it's one of those things where I can take this thing anywhere. It can be a media platform that I can just set up at somebody's house, if need be.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
Especially once
it's gonna have a fucking dock, which is just like
comes out, that'll be great.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is gonna replace like consoles that I don't actually use for anything other than media players. So, and I don't know. I don't think I've been so excited about something like this in a long time.
You haven't been. You've always had a very negative outlook at any new tech announcement. It's like, oh, great, NVIDIA's coming out with the 30 series graphics card. How are they going to fuck that up?
Yeah, and they've proven us how they can do it. So
they've proven exactly how they're going to fuck it up by fucking it up.
So...
But and then we get things like AMD, and it's like, okay, it's not as like it's finally kind of competing with what NVIDIA has to have, but like it's still not.
Oh, next gen, I think next gen they've got it.
Oh yeah,
realistically,
they'll be at 20. They'll probably be at 20 series power next gen.
Aren't they at 20 series right now?
Maybe.
I think they're at 20 series now. I think they're non-ray tracing.
Yeah, non-ray tracing, and I think like the 6800 is comparable to like the 2070.
Yeah, we'll see next year.
Next year we'll probably get something that's actually like hopefully better than current 30 series. That's what we want to see. Something that's better than 30 series now, so that when 40 series comes out and it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I think Nvidia needs to retool and
And yeah,
figure
Nvidia's
out a new core structure.
yeah, but I think what's going to happen is the same thing that happened to Intel.
Too
They
comfortable.
they both got way too comfortable, and AMD just went saw it, just fucking showed up and wrecked them. And I don't think Nvidia is as stressed out as Intel was at this point,
Yeah.
because the way I described it, and I don't remember if I brought it up on the show or not, but Nvidia or AMD did with the 6000 series what they did with the Ryzen launch. They finally put something up that said, "Hey, this actually has promise. Let's see what the future holds." That was
Yep.
the general reaction to the 6700, the 6000 series from AMD, and I'm excited to see what the 7000 series has to put out now.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be good. My hope, God, I hope this Steam Deck really does extremely well. Based on
My only issue with it is the name, because it's too similar to Stream Deck.
mm,
That's about my only issue with it.
yeah. I mean, everybody's got their own name for it though now. So I mean, I was on PC Master Race and there's
people calling it
the
the Gabe Boy.
the Gabe Boy. I saw Gabe Gear, which I like that one. I think the most so far is Gabe Gear.
I like the Gabe Gear the most because it actually matches the form factor of the Game Gear.
Mm-hmm. Which that's awesome too. I don't know. I love it. I love that it looks like I can fucking beat somebody to death with it and still play afterwards.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I swear, if they partner with Nokia to fucking create the shell for that thing, it's over. Like, that'll be the last thing left on this planet when we all burn up.
Yep.
It's just a fucking Game Gear just chilling out there. I don't know. I just want to get my hands on it now. Right. That's the biggest thing. I just want it. I'll tell you what, though, that was 13 stressful minutes of not knowing if I got a reservation in or not. It was like right at 10. I was like, all right, reserve. Get in there. It's like fucking, oh, there's a problem. Oops, there's a problem. I'm like, oh, God, no. And I'm just fucking clicking. Trying to figure it out.
Doing this?
Yeah, I'm at work, like freaking out. People are like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, I'm trying to get this fucking thing right now.
Are you good? I don't know yet.
I was like, dear God, please. This morning's been going to shit. Give me some light. And then it was like, oh, you got it. And then I was like, thank you. And then I was like, a check account in there. Okay, check my bank. All right, they already charged me. We're good. Because apparently with my brother, they what happened?
They jerk him around a little bit.
He got it, and then
oh, never mind.
Yeah, but then they send him an email, and we're like, "Hey, we're sorry. Here, like, should go to this link, and we'll fix this." So.
Oh, so it got sorted out.
Yeah. What did he say? It made some. Yeah, Steam emailed him and said their servers lost the order. They said they said to try again, and they gave him a link to his previous cart, and it worked out perfectly, and he got it. So hey, that's customer service right there. You know,
that is, which is actually a severe improvement because Steam is bad at customer service.
Yeah, they've been. I personally have never
something happened at Steam.
I personally have never had an issue with Steam customer support. Even when my Steam account got hacked, they were very much on the ball with that shit. So that was cool.
I've never had to deal with them, so I can't specifically vouch for it. But everything I've heard is that it's just god awful. But again, over the last 2 years, something's happened at Steam. Like just the way they handle things, the way they operate is just different. And I can't put my finger on it.
It makes me wonder if they're possibly thinking about going public. I don't think they ever will, personally.
No, I don't think they'll ever go public.
I don't think
their,
Gabe would want to give that up.
That's not their play. I just think they're actually making a point to try and listen to what fans want after all of the fucking outrage from not getting Half-Life 3
and Left 4 Dead 3 and
Left 4 Dead 3
Portal
and Portal
3
3 and after
and Team Fortress 3.
Yeah, right. After all the or fucking like everybody's upset about Team Fortress 2. And it's not that we haven't gotten an update, it's that we were promised an update.
Yeah.
And it never happened because there was this whole big thing where it's like, do you want a pyro update or a heavy update first? And people voted on the pyro update. The pyro update came, and there has not been an update since then, and that was in 2017.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I even remember that. That was. Whew.
And like
Makes you wonder.
the update that they did introduced some really cool maps and some really cool weapons for the pyro.
Yeah, no, I remember that was very well received by the community.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, sweet! This is what the pyro update looks like. The heavy update's going to be dope."
And then just crickets.
Fucking. So there was a good 2 years in. There was a good just Team Fortress 2 just turned into heavy update win memes.
Here we go, and this is a major spitball, probably not going to happen, but it'd be pretty cool, and maybe Gabe, an avid listener of the show, I can only assume, since he answered my prayers with the Gabe gear. What if when it's closer to the launch of the Gabe gear, they announce Team Fortress 3? Or you just like, hey, you know what? We wanted to do these updates, but instead, here's Source 2 with Team Fortress 3 and everything you guys have been asking for over the last 5 years. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Gabe, I know you can make it happen.
Don't make me hope.
I'm not. And look. I'm saying in a perfect world,
motherfucker.
I'm saying in a perfect world, they really want to blow out their launch of this thing.
That would do it. That would absolutely do it.
A new Team Fortress launching with it like that. Look, I'm not saying
if they put out a new Team Fortress,
a new Half-Life.
I'm not going to say Half-Life.
Okay.
Half-Life, but I was going to say if they put out a new Team Fortress and a new Counter-Strike, that would be huge.
If they do anything with Counter-Strike, it's going to be the update to the Source 2 engine. That's the only update they're going to do. I guarantee it. You don't want to fuck with that right now.
Fair.
Counter-Strike in its purest form is the best first-person competitive shooter. You can't fuck with that. But engine upgrade, that's one thing. But you don't fuck with that.
If they made it the exact same game with an engine update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Source 2 engine, you're good. You're golden. Don't touch it.
Just do what Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed 3. Just give it an engine update. That's all it needs.
Yes. No, that is and 128 tick servers, because the 64 tick server bullshit is ridiculous. But that's a whole other issue for anybody who plays Counter-Strike. They know that Valve servers are fucking garbage, but that's a whole other problem. That still makes way too much money, though. That's why they probably haven't done that. Okay, so what if instead of Team Fortress 3, they give us a fucking roadmap for Team Fortress 3, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and maybe a Half-Life 3, proper game.
Not just Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, I think Alyx is kind of in its own with the VR. Or give us a Half-Life Alyx 2 VR. Although I don't know 100% how that game ended, so I can't. I
saw so many people who were like, "Oh, is it gonna be? Is the Steam Deck gonna be able to do VR?" And like, are you really gonna get a portable device for VR? Grow the fuck up.
Although that's not a bad.
I don't think it's powerful enough for
I don't think so either. But that would be pretty cool because then you could just chuck it in a backpack with some cables coming out and slap a VR on your head.
It would make it
And
more. Yeah,
I mean, it's not
it
terrible.
would make portable VR more viable. But then
Yeah,
again, uh, yeah, because you would just have to. It would just make wireless VR more viable. That's all that would do. But then you'd
yes,
have to worry about powering the device itself.
yeah, that would be a pain in the ass to do. I don't. Sounds something. Oh, they're really pushing the Valve Index too right now. At least on my Steam account. I don't. I don't know
that's
if they
been
are
there.
for you.
That's been there.
Okay.
That's just
Well, I mean,
that's just a banner that they've had there.
no, this one specifically is in my recommended. I wonder if that's because I put the
You probably
reservation
just put
down
the
though.
reservation down.
They're like, "Hey, you want to buy some more Steam stuff? Here you go, buddy."
I've had a banner on my store for since the index came out.
I don't think I've seen that one. I am curious what all these exclusives I get though with the big boy version of the Steam Deck.
Oh, because you went for the NVMe.
Oh, I went for the 512. I'm not fucking around on this one. I was way too excited. And the fact that even Shasta, when I gave her the prices, she was like, "Wow, that seems really well priced." And I was like, "Even you understand, and you don't know what I'm talking about." Like, when even she goes, "That's actually a really good price." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, even for the $400 version, you got expandable micro SD storage. Like, what? Let's do this. Fucking A.
See, and I'm fucking set because I have a 256 micro SD card. Just
There you
chilling
go.
because I don't have a expandable micro SD card slot on my current phone.
Yeah. So it's like what premium anti-glare etched glass. I don't know what that means, but I love it. Exclusive carrying case. Sign me the fuck up. Exclusive Steam community profile bundle. I don't know what that is, but I want that too. Exclusive virtual keyboard theme. What?
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but I like
so
that too.
for the Steam profile is just going to be like stuff you can put on your profile that says, "Hey, I have the Steam Deck."
Oh, perfect.
Just ways to
Fuck it.
customize your Steam profile.
I
And
mean,
then
shit. Yeah,
custom keyboard theme that's just putting a skin on your keyboard on the virtual
on the Steam
keyboard
Deck,
on
I
the Steam
guess.
Deck.
All right. Hey, either way, I'm excited. And the sun went away again, but
Like
I'm
you're so
excited.
excited about it, you can't even fucking parse out what's
I
going
my
on.
excitement is blocking out the sun.
The
And
pure
look, now I'm not as excited, so the sun's coming out again.
raining on your parade.
Oh, now it's going away again. Fuck, excitement's back up. Let's do this. No, I don't know why. I just yeah, I'm excited. And everybody at work in the video game club, which I didn't know if you knew that exists, but that exists. I made it because I'm
Oh,
cool.
okay. This is different than the one. Okay, you made an actual like video game club at work.
Yeah,
You
no, it was part of a project was to get people more involved in stuff. So basically, making clubs more accessible and easier to create at work, which actually, by all accounts, is doing very well because there's actually a few new clubs that started up at work. But
neat.
yeah, we have a video game club, and people are like, "Oh yeah." So I was like, "Anybody else get their Steam Deck order?" And they're like, "Oh, hesitant." I was like, "Hey." Depending on who's at work and what's open and shit, it was like I'll bring that shit in for a demonstration. So everybody buy Steam Decks. It's
I
the
mean,
future.
yeah, it's not shipping till December, so
I think they actually, I think they, so expected order availability. Um, this is actually fun. So it's based on the model,
oh,
and they're
okay.
expecting now orders to be available Q1 of next year. I think they were not expecting as many interested parties,
Well, with
but
as much hardware flops as they've had, how could they expect people to actually be interested in it?
yeah, I mean that's totally. But here's the kicker. The funny thing is the 256 gig version, they're not expecting orders available until Q2, which means that's the one most people went for.
Probably.
Which I
I'm not
not a
surprised.
bad,
I'm not
not
surprised.
bad price. I mean,
Six.
529 for that.
Yeah.
Super right where it needs to be. God, I'm just fucking excited. I want it now. Honestly, if I could be put into a coma until it's here, sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. But yeah. So I just want more. I can't stop looking at it. It's just so beautiful. I mean, it looks so sleek.
It is aesthetically pleasing. It does.
It just, and I love just the Valve logo on the back of it.
Super simple.
Simple. I think Valve needs to make a console after this. That would be even more hilarious. I love everything about this. I really, really wish I was more in the industry so I could get my hands on this thing right now. So was it IGN? Did IGN already has one, or they use like a demo version or something, like an early dev kit version? I think they were happy with it. But I mean, IGN's happy with anything because they're like fucking golden retrievers. So
as long as they get paid, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, money. God damn it! I want this right now. Give it to me now.
He just powered through like anything else we could talk about just to talk about this.
Oh, 100%. No, because I could just keep talking. I don't even know when we started recording, to be honest. I just know that this thing is pleasing to my eyes. It has ridiculous amounts of functionality to customize any kind of control scheme you want.
Dopamine all the fuck over the place.
Everywhere. I mean, it looks smooth, like you could just cradle it beautifully in your hands. You know, like this cradling motion.
Does Shasta need to be worried?
I probably, if I can put my dick in a USB-C port, it's fucking over. So
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't know if you can fit your dick in a USB-C port. It's hard to imagine how it started in the first place.
Yeah, it is. God, dude, it's just I just need it.
You were so into it that I just made a small dick joke.
Yep, I don't care. Yep, I don't care. Because I'm looking at
that one too. Fuck you. That was a good joke. Go fuck yourself.
I'm looking at the pictures of it and it just calms me. It brings me back to my Zen. And it's so perfectly, beautifully rounded and gorgeous.
So you got the serotonin too. Got it.
Everything. I'm getting everything I need out of this thing. I might blend it up and just inject it into my body.
As soon as we get off, you're just going to jack off to it?
No, probably not. Not until I have the real thing. Then I feel like I'm cheating on it. Don't ask.
It's like at this point it's like one of those what is it? Like mail order brides. It's like you order it, and while she's on her way, you know, it takes some time with the pictures. It's not cheating on it. It's a picture of her, presumably.
Presumably.
Hopefully.
Dude, hey, I don't know. I love it. I love it for so many reasons. I also like the fact that they have dual mics on it too. So even if you're like chilling on your couch, you can still like actively engage with your friends and shit in like party chats and shit like that.
That is nice.
And not have to rely on a headset with a microphone.
Yeah,
that's probably the biggest thing.
Headphones and then.
Yeah, and I can't remember. There was some dev who basically said, "And a pixel performance to pixel performance, this thing basically has as much power as an Xbox Series X in terms of like overall pixel to pixel performance, based on how many pixels each are pushing." But
interesting.
You know, take that with how you want. For an APU that's doing 4 to 15 fucking watts, that's whatever.
This is also the first AMD APU with RDNA 2 graphics.
Yeah, and you know what? I usually do not like early adoption of tech like this,
but RDNA has more than proved itself.
It's more than proved itself, and honestly, I would rather be a guinea pig tester for this, knowing that like the second gen of this might have like, you know, a Zen 3 or Zen 4 APU. That's probably going to be like a fucking 8-core, 16-thread monstrosity at like 2 watts or some stupid bullshit, you know? and the fact it's using DDR5 RAM, that's I like
shit.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 16 gigs of LPDDR5 at 5500.
That's impressive.
Which is that converting or? Oh, That's going to be Samsung. Yes, it is. That is going to be Samsung memory. Okay.
It's not surprising.
Nice. When did this come out? Oh, well, it might not be Samsung, but it'll be somebody. Either way, that's exciting. That's a really good speed too. Right? Is that wait, how does that correlate? It's like 3,000, 2,800? I don't know. All I know is it's exciting. I'm excited. Everybody else should be excited. If you're not excited, don't listen to us. I don't want you as a fan. That's a lie. We want you as fans because we want Spotify to buy us. So I can buy more Steam Gears or Steam Decks. Whatever the fuck I'm going to call it at this point.
Steam Gear.
Steam Gear. I need more Steam Gears in my life. Oh my god. Oh. You know what else I want? And I can't, don't quote me on this, but I feel like Valve said they want 90% of what is available on Steam to be able to be played on Linux. Do not fucking quote me.
They've said that.
They have said
they have made statements to that effect.
But is it 90% of everything on Steam or 90% of like their games specifically? Because I'm pretty sure
every game, every source game, every Valve game can run on
Linux. That's what I figured, because I know when they pushed Steam OS that was a big push.
Oh yeah.
Push.
But they want 90% of the Steam library.
Yes, to be on Linux.
On Linux. That's not
by time.
That's not new at all.
But I think the thing is this is the part where please don't fucking quote me. I'm pretty sure they want it done by time this thing launches.
I mean, they've already said that your entire Steam library would be available on this device, so
we'll see.
Because I don't know the full details on it, but they are talking about Proton a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So, but either I really want to see Linux kind of take off with this as well. I think that'd be great.
I mean, it's using SteamOS, which is Arch based, and then it's got KDE Plasma on top of it as a desktop environment, which is the best Linux desktop environment you can get, basically. Everybody I know who uses Linux uses KDE Plasma. The only reason I went on all of my Linux stuff, the only reason I went with Kubuntu is so it just has KDE Plasma on it, so I don't have to fuck with it. Because KDE, the reason a lot of people like Plasma is because if you're making the switch from Windows to Linux, it's the most direct translation you can get. It has the same form factor. It has the same basic user interface with the start menu and the taskbar and all that good stuff, as opposed to GNOME or GNOME, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. That is
pronounced GIF.
Yes, it is GIF.
And GIF. Yeah, GIF. That's what
it is GIF. You
look. I am not totally here right now.
I know, but with GNOME, that's more of the translation between Mac and Linux.
Oh yeah,
GNOME is much more
both bastard
like.
Yeah,
and I don't like it.
Well, no, nobody should like that. Which is why Windows 11 is stupid and I hate it. So I'm sorry. Why would you move something that sits beautifully in a corner in the middle of your fucking screen? Why?
Is there not a way to change it?
No. As far as I have heard right now, there's no way to shove that bitch into a corner. Which means they're forcing... What exactly? Fucking why? I have a PC because I don't use fucking tablets. Stop trying to make tablet interfaces work on a PC fucking platform.
They learned this with fucking 8.
Yeah, and now they're thinking they can get away with it again.
Like the same exact.
How many times do we have to teach you, old man?
Nobody uses Windows on a touch. Like they're trying to push the Surface laptop.
Yeah.
which is a great device in general. Like Surface laptops are great. They're
Did
generally
you see
pretty
that?
powerful. I did not.
This is like full, and I just picked it up with one hand. Trump could learn a thing or two from me.
No, we don't want him learning anything. We want him remaining a decrepit old man.
Well, yeah,
He just
but it's
stays
just
inside.
earlier I had to do it with two hands because it was really full. So I felt like I was, just
Yeah, but like
my
you have
small T-Rex arms.
you have to keep in mind
Ugh.
that was like a cup of water this size.
Yeah, I know. I showed Shasta a bunch of videos of him drinking things. She was just like, "What the fuck's wrong with him?"
A lot.
Pretty sure he had a stroke, but
What the fuck's wrong with him? Yes.
I'm pretty sure they covered up a stroke at some point in his life.
Absolutely.
I mean, that feels like stroke victim shit right there. One of his sides is clearly way weaker than the other, and that generally happens because of a stroke or some other disability.
He doesn't have the fucked up face.
Well, yeah, but I mean, not cosmetics. Plastic surgeon could have fixed that shit for all we know. That would also explain the heavy tanning as well to cover up any scars.
I mean, because tanning would make scars stand out.
I don't know how scars work or tanning because I don't do that.
Scars don't tan. They're.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, what about spray on? Because he's getting sprayed.
It would be spray on tan would stick, but
See, this is good Politicio talk right here.
well, I mean, we're talking about the physics of tanning, but okay.
Well, yeah, but for a former person who, is basically Voldemort. So
I mean, the way I've known that I'm actually becoming more tan is I can see all my fucking scars now when I couldn't before. Like, I forgot I had a scar on my thumb from like 5th grade. It's there now.
That's funny. I still have the one here where I cut myself on a saran wrap box.
On
trying to get saran wrap. Yeah.
Cutter doodad.
Yeah,
I got.
I told you that.
Just remember
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that story?
I mean, everybody at some point has cut themselves on a saran wrap box.
Not like this. I went straight down to the bone.
Eviscerate yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it went in at an angle, and I went straight down to the bone. Fuck. To the point where it's like I had a mouth that I could make talk on my finger.
I actually had one of those here. I was carving into a piece of wood, and the knife slipped forward and cut down into the bone, and very small scar. But
I should have had stitches. But my mom was like, "Don't be a pussy. Just put a Band-Aid on it." So.
I should have had stitches too, but I was out in the middle of the woods for like
nature is your
3
stitches.
more weeks.
It's when you find caterpillars and tell them to start sewing silk.
It was when I was working at summer camp, and I did that, and yeah. Nice. So they just slapped a really tight Band-Aid on it and called it good.
Oh my god, so excited. Ugh, I want this thing so bad right now. I'm just watching promotional videos. I'm watching this lady play Hades on it with an actual gameplay running on prototype hardware. It looks amazing. I want it so bad.
I know.
So bad.
I think we're just going to call this episode short so you can go sit and watch videos of your new girlfriend.
Probably. How long have we been going?
45, 50 minutes-ish.
Oh, we're almost at an hour. What else is going on? I got really nothing other than Steam Deck, which is the only thing that matters. So
I'm going to be gone for a week.
That's exciting. That'll be fun.
I'll be back by the time this episode airs, so it's a moot point.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, you will. Yeah, it is a moot point. The world doesn't care that you're gone.
Because the episode that's going up while I'm gone is the one where I'm painting. And you can see
that was like two weeks ago, right?
2 or 3, 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. It's episode 36.
Wow, can't believe we've been doing this for 36 years. Amazing. How time flies. Can you imagine a podcast that just had an episode once a year? I want to. You know what? I want to know. Whose podcast is that where it's profitable? That's what I want to know.
That's the thing. That's the one.
Because I don't know very many people who could be like, we're going to release an episode once a year. What? Like their business manager's looking at them going like, that doesn't
That is a terrible idea.
sound like a good idea. And it's like, well, we're going to make it pay-per-view. So wait, what? Now it's a pay-per-view podcast that airs once a year. What is there a hook? Is there a gimmick? No, there's no hook. There's no gimmick. We're stars. We can make it work. Who could pull that off? There's got to be somebody.
It's got to be somebody stupid. That's the problem.
You know who could pull it off? I think you know where I'm going with this.
I'm concerned.
The same people that released a YouTube video every day for a year could easily do one podcast. 100 don't 3 hour. It'll be a 3-hour podcast once a year for like what 20 years. We'll say 20 years. So there's gonna be like 20 episodes. You cannot tell me they would not sell.
If they made it,
they would make $1 billion.
If they made it specifically an Unus Annus podcast that aired on the end date.
Oh, and naturally,
as a memorial for it, that would be the one. Like that would do it.
I think that it would, and it would be pay-per-view, like $5. Nothing crazy.
If it was pay-per-view and it was specifically geared toward rewatching and like talking about
Yes. Well, no, that's all it's about. It's just that year. They will talk about the entire year of Unus Annus that they did. And it's going to be
rewatch their videos. Yep. They've got all the videos.
And it'll be a 20-year commitment that they will have to go through. So it'll be 20 episodes total, 60 hours in length, 3 hours in every episode for 20. So one episode a year for 20 years.
That's the one. That's it right there.
That's a $1 billion idea right there.
That's it right there. Get fucking Markiplier on the phone.
Do you have his number?
No, but I might have Crank Gameplays.
Do you think he's listed?
Maybe.
Let me ask Google
I got both their names.
Markiplier's phone number.
You just okay.
Yeah, Google doesn't have it. Oh, maybe. Oh, hold on. So if he answers, what should I just call him? Mark? I'm gonna call him Mark.
Mr. Fishbach.
Mr. Fishbach. Where the fuck is your number, bud? How hypothetically, let's say I knew both of them like intimately and just never fucking told you. How upset would you be?
Yes.
If you ever found out.
I would be so mad.
I'd just be like, oh, have I not introduced you to my good friend Mark Fishbach? And you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You've known me for years, you fuck. Why would you never introduce me to them? Be like, it's been a running joke. All right. We just never wanted you to know.
Well, see, and here my issue would be is like, okay, you have that clout,
100%.
and you didn't use it to promote our show.
No, fuck no. You want to know why? Because I'm not that whore. I am not that big of a clout chaser where I would actually do that. That's a lie. I would 100% do that.
I love that you couldn't even keep yourself honest.
No, I would have to backtrack on that one.
I'm above that. No, I'm not.
No, I probably would. If I knew anybody famous that I could reach out to and be like, hey, promote this shitty fucking podcast so I can sell out to Spotify in the next couple of years, please. Thank you. I would 100%. And
know.
I don't mean it. Here's the thing. I don't mean it like this is a shitty podcast. We do this for ourselves. We've always said we're doing this for ourselves.
For us. If it gets big, it gets big. But
if it gets big, it's big. We are garbage promoters of ourselves. I'll promote anybody else apparently because I just gave Markiplier a fucking genius idea for billions of dollars.
Streamlabs is working with a website called Crossclip.
Crossclip, okay.
That has made it that makes it a lot easier to create streams, and like it's literally just you enter a Twitch clip URL and you can crop it to fit on like TikTok and shit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right? I'm like, that makes it super easy, especially because
also slightly cancerous because I'm sure there's gonna be people like fucking up crops on things and just making me sad. But that's a personal problem, so
yeah. But they, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and then the editing software that I have just created an auto highlight feature. It's not.
Oh yeah, you said that. You mentioned that. What does it highlight?
It just grabs a random bit and then just chops it up. I guess it's cut off like mid-word several times.
Outstanding.
And I'm like, this is not good. Like, oh hey,
I mean,
like, and that's the thing is like, it would be one thing if it was like just a random thing. It's like the middle of a joke, it cuts off mid-word, and I'm like, really? Or like the middle of a thought, it doesn't like it's not presenting complete thoughts. It's just hacking up segments of whatever show we're.
In my head right now, I'm trying to come up with a sentence that I can start chopping up so you don't know if I'm cutting in or out. And be like, yep, software at work. What are you going to do? But that's taking way too much power to process, so I'm not going to do that.
Apparently it's too much power for my computer to process, too. Fuck.
Dude, I could do it, but it sounds like way too much work, and I am not above that. So, or I am above that. I don't know.
I mean, if I could better remember like where the funny bits in our show is.
If I could fucking remember our shows half the time.
Exactly. If I could, like, if you could remember the show at all, and if I could remember the funny parts.
Oh my god, a 256 gig micro SD card is only $35?
What the fuck?
When the fuck did that happen, dude? How much are a terabyte? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. 512. 512 is only $55. And it's a legit just micro center one. Oh, I'd buy that. Dude. That makes this thing ridiculously awesome for expansion. Holy fuck.
You're still on.
Yeah, I'm still on the fucking Steam Deck. But like we ever went like I ever fully went away from that. Jeez.
Fair.
Why are Samsung so much fucking money? Oh no, it's not 100 megabytes per second. It's only 90. That's more than enough for most fucking games. Tell me a game that honestly uses that much fucking speed loading. Actually, I know I can probably Call of Duty, but that's not the point. That seems really good. Interesting. Also, why is Amazon? Why? When Jeff Bezos has so much fucking money, does Amazon's fucking search results and other bullshit on their side? Why is it still shitty? Why? Why is it still fucking shitty? Just copy Newegg's where you can select all the things you want and then you hit accept and it does all of it at once. And then give me features I actually fucking care about. Like, I don't care about the seller or the availability or today's fucking deal. They're goddamn micro SD cards. They're everywhere. Give me speeds. Give me fucking sizes. Give me brands. Fuck's sake.
Why aren't you just shopping on Newegg?
I'm going there now. But
it's like that's my whole thing. It's like, oh well, Amazon sucks. Okay, then shop somewhere else.
You know why? Is because Amazon's fucking pay in 5 bullshit. Because it's instant gratification layaway that I love milking because it's a lot easier to drop like $80 a month on something rather than.
Newegg has payment plans.
Well, yeah, but that's for people with good credit who have credit and shit like that. What was I looking at? Micro SD cards. Although PayPal does it too, which I use them a lot too. But that's not the point. The point is, what kind of micro SD card do I want? Single card, 1 terabyte. Let's go. Daddy wants big numbers. Show me the lowest price because I'm cheap like that. And the first thing it shows me is a refurbished SanDisk 32 gig micro. All right. Newegg does not have all the answers either in terms of search quality. So that is something we've learned together today, everybody. But hey, their Newegg store brand is only $160 for 1 terabyte. So that's not bad. Dude, that's awesome. That is so expand. This is what's great, man. The Steam Deck is awesome. The fact that you can expand it with micro SD storage, awesome. I'm assuming the Gen 2 version, you'll be able to put in any NVMe drive you want, assuming we're still using NVMe drives in the next 20 years. You know,
I don't see.
I'm assuming.
Away anytime soon.
I don't know what the fuck would we even replace that with, right?
That's my thing. Is like I see SATA phasing out before NVMe phases out.
Yeah, NVMe's got a drop in price though, because storage. Dollar to storage capacity is not there.
Well, you also have to keep in mind one of the biggest limitations with NVMe right now is physical space on the motherboard.
Yeah, that also is a factor.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult to create like a server with NVMe storage.
Well, with expansion cards though, they've got a lot of those expansion cards.
Really as fast though?
I think so. Hold on.
Like I feel like a lot of the benefits you'd get from speed would be lost over the PCI.
Well, we've got PCIe Express. Are we on 4?
We're on 4 now, but only if you have Ryzen.
What's the server space at though?
The most. That I don't know. I'm sure if it's Ryzen, if it's current gen Ryzen, there's PCIe 4.0 support.
I'll do it. Okay. God, where is it? There it is. Asus. Their Hyper M.2 blah blah blah. It's a Gen 4 card. Jesus Christ! Really? Ford Strata transfers up to 256 gigabytes per second. Is that gigabytes or giga?
Big B or little b?
It's a little b. Is that bits or bytes?
Bits.
Okay, what's that in terms of?
8 bits to a byte.
I'm not doing that fucking math in my head. It's awful. I said 256. 32 gigabytes a second? That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. That's still pretty good. Okay.
Okay,
fine. Okay, fine.
Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Are you?
That's
though?
Really good. Yeah.
That is 32 gigabytes per second is pretty great.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about that.
Did you watch the dumpster fire that was tech questions answered in the form of a question?
No, I didn't. I don't even. Oh God, no! Should I?
It was so bad.
Wait. Am I gonna hate it for watching it? Am I gonna hate myself for watching it, or should I watch it?
It's just super cringy.
I'll probably pass.
Because it's like the and that's what I'm saying is it's a dumpster fire because it was, I believe it was streamed live on Floatplane.
Oh God.
Like 3 separate instances being streamed live on Floatplane, but then they edited it down because it's Jeopardy. So
Yeah.
they created a Jeopardy game, and the first one was MKBHD, iJustine, and a third person. And
Bird person.
there was a third person that I wasn't familiar with. And
It was
then
Shorzy.
no,
It was Shorzy.
it was not Shorzy. But
Oh my-
MKBHD ended up winning that one. But
Why? Why doesn't LTT do a crossover with Letterkenny?
oh my god, that would be amazing.
I
I want to see that on Letterkenny now.
Or Wayne on
Wait,
Linus.
on LTT.
Look here now, bud. Oh my god, dude. I am a marketing fucking genius
You
today.
really
Holy
are.
shit.
The fact that we haven't blown up is kind of a crime at this
It
point.
is. It is a crime.
Okay,
you know
okay.
why?
At this point, I'm the editor. You have to be marketing. Fuck you.
But see, I don't want to be successful because then I'll turn into a bigger dick than I am. So
I don't know how Google came back, but okay.
Google's
No,
like, I'm
Google
stealing that
assistant woke
idea.
up and just went.
I am currently emailing LTT about Letterkenny crossover. Oh, did you see Nintendo's coming out with a Smash Bros game?
You mean Nickelodeon?
What did I say? I said Nintendo, didn't I? Yeah, sorry.
Nickelodeon.
Fuck you,
is coming
Nintendo.
out with Smash Bros. Game.
Nickelodeon.
Have you seen the memes?
Yes. Oh
It's
my
so
god.
Good. They're so good.
Fuck, man. This is a year. This is a year. So
fucking
we're halfway through.
Everybody just took a nap in 2020, and now
we're halfway through, man.
And now we're getting all the good shit.
It's like, what the fuck is happening?
So yeah, with that Jeopardy game,
yes.
like nobody knew the answers to any question. It was basically Linus just spitting random facts, like super obscure shit. And then like the first,
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It was a 3-game series. So they did one game that was 3 people. They did another game that was 3 other people. One of them was Bitwit Kyle. And then the third game was the 2 winners of the previous games versus Linus.
Okay. So wait, did Kyle not even know anything?
No, because that's the thing. The questions were that fucking obscure. One of the categories was, okay, here's here's hints for these 2 different, not even vaguely similar things. You have to figure out what they are and then create a portmanteau for those things.
Interesting. That sounds awful.
It was
bad. I might still watch
it.
And
it was so bad. Because you'd think it would be like actually fun and cool and interesting to see like people going on, powerhouses in the tech tuber industry.
Yeah.
Going head to head, flexing their knowledge.
Right, but when you ask obscure words.
Like
when you ask obscure you speak. I can't.
When you ask super obscure questions like that, nobody gets a chance to flex their stuff. Linus lost.
Well,
Linus,
that's just in the script.
They were actually winning like actual money. There were cash prizes. Linus was $4,000 in the hole by the end of the game.
So it was like SNL Celebrity Jeopardy, where you got Burt Reynolds just showing up out of nowhere.
Might as well have been. And like there were 2 points where like Linus got things like kind of, sort of, technically correct.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, we'll give him like, and then when he ended up being wrong, he challenged. And at the end, when they get to Final Jeopardy or final questions answered in the form of a question.
Yeah.
Or tech trivia answered in the form of a question. When they got to that, they're like, okay, so there were the 2 challenges that Linus had. We're just going to give them to him because even with those, there's still no way he could ever possibly win. The only good part about any of it was Riley's voiceover for like the title sequence, and when there
Okay.
was like a double, because it
So
was
check
it
that.
was Riley literally just going "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo."
I love it. That is fantastic.
And then like Riley was the name, it's instead of the "This is Jeopardy,"
Yeah.
Riley was doing the "This is tech trivia answered in the form of a question."
Oh my God. Okay,
But
that I will watch.
it just it should have been so much better, but the questions they were asking were way too hard. Like they had, and there were so
if
many
I
there
answer any
were
of
so
them,
many
I'll let you know.
moments where Linus was like, "Oh, I'm sure all of our fans are down in the comments being like, oh, we know what this is and blah blah." I looked at the comments, and all the comments are like, "All of these questions are way too fucking hard."
That's
Because it's
funny.
all stuff that nobody has any, like, there were a few obvious things that, like, yeah, everybody got those.
Yeah.
But there was one that was like, "Oh, what's this?" I don't remember, but the answer ended up being PCI X.
Jesus, for what?
It was talking about like, "Oh, what was the thing that came out before the current, the current standard,
Oh, the current standard of
which is
PCI. Oh my
PCIe?"
God. Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, it was PCI." And they were like, "Sorry, the answer is PCI X."
Yeah.
And it's so bad. It was so, like, I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm getting all the ones that were obvious.
Right, right.
But it also ended up that like they edited it so tight that in the bits where nobody got it wrong, it would just immediately cut to nobody got it right.
Huh.
So like there were so many moments where it was just like, okay, it's been too long, nobody gets it.
Yeah.
And it would just they would
wrong.
They would present the answer and it would just cut to nobody got it.
Oh, so nobody like.
So
wow,
it was hard
okay.
to, so like for people who didn't watch it on Floatplane, it was hard to play along because you didn't have any time to actually like figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
There was just so many things that went wrong with it. It was
such a shame.
It was honestly disappointing because the production value was great because everybody was on a fucking computer monitor that was attached to a cutout of Linus.
That's awesome. Oh well. I might. I don't know. Do I want to watch and be cringed? Yeah, I'll probably skip through it.
In the background.
I'll probably do that. Damn it! I really want to get my hands on the new Steam OS too, but
there will be a distro out soon.
I hope so. I could use the old one.
Okay. Well, I have nothing else to talk about.
I don't either. I'm just really excited about Steam Deck, and I'm really glad that I got my reservation. So
I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, this lady's playing Jedi: The Fallen Order on it. Oh, God, she's so lucky. Oh my God, her nail polish matches her fucking sweater.
It's like they do that sometimes.
She really sucks at the game, then.
Probably.
It's not bad. I should play that game. I have it, and I need to play it. There's so many games.
I don't know. I'm thinking about picking up Control.
Is that good?
It's gotten like
good reviews.
Incredibly good reviews.
Oh, fuck me. Ah, this lady's playing Disco Elysium. Okay. All right. Play games on Steam Deck. Gabe, send me one, you fucker. I know you listen to the show. That'd be the clout, dude. I magically know Gabe Newell. He's like my uncle or some stupid shit. Uncle Gabe, God, send me a Steam Deck. Fuck. I'm gonna get you banned from Steam. I know Gabe. I love the fact that he responds to his emails too.
My dad works for Nintendo.
Uncle works for Steam. Are we still recording?
We haven't done a sign off.
Oh shit. Shit, I don't have a joke.
Well, that's been this.
Yeah, it's been this. Sorry, it's not as great opening as the whatever joke I made last time that just fucking killed.
It's like 3 weeks ago now.
Fuck. All right. It was about Bill Cosby. Either way, watch your drinks out there, folks.
Yep.
He's on the loose again. He's probably in Vegas.
Fucking,
Prowling for some Jello pops and
yeah, stay away from the Jello pudding pops. There's your
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stay away from Jello shots. You never know who's got their dick in them.
catch you guys in the next one.